5 key skills. The first key skill that you absolutely have to master is audience growth, okay? Your ability to execute on the activities necessary to grow your audience, okay? So if you understand the MLSP framework, you know that the 3 core activities are what? Build an audience, engage an audience, sell to your audience, right? Those are kind of the 3 core activities of any successful online business. And so the first skill that we must master is our ability to execute on the activities necessary to grow our audience, okay? Now, depending on how are you gonna do that, all right? The first question that we need to answer when we're talking about this skill is we simply need to answer, where are we going to build our audience, okay? So this is really easy. There's lots of different places we can build our audience. As you know, I'm gonna list out a few of these places for you. We can build an audience on our Facebook profile, right? Networking and prospecting on Facebook. We're adding friends and we're building our social network specifically on Facebook. We can build an audience on our Facebook business page, right? That's where we can run ads on our business page. We can grow an audience on our business page. We can build Facebook groups. That's a really popular strategy, a very powerful strategy to build a community inside of a Facebook group. That's an audience that you're able to build. What about Facebook custom audiences? Yes, those are powerful audiences as well. And again, that is within the Facebook advertising platform. So if you're running paid ads, you absolutely want to be building custom audiences, okay? If you're not running any paid ads at this point, it's still something that you could start to do if you're running any traffic to your website. Probably not something you really start doing until you're running ads. Email list. Obviously, we talk so much about building your email list. And guys, you know, your email list is still one of your most valuable assets in your business. If you are not growing your email list, you're not growing your business, okay? So absolutely, your email list is another very engaged and very powerful audience that you can build. Now, over the last few weeks, you guys have probably seen some trainings about ManyChat, right? Facebook Messenger and ManyChat, using ManyChat just like an email autoresponder. So just like you're building an audience inside of your Aweber account or your GetResponse account or ActiveCampaign or MailChimp, whatever software you're using to build your email list, we now have a tool called ManyChat where you can build a list of subscribers with whom you can communicate through Facebook Messenger. Now, if you don't know anything about this, you got to go back through some of the trainings that we have in the back office and learn about this. But if you do, then you know that there's a powerful place where you can build an incredibly engaged audience. Now, you can build an audience on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Snapchat, on iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., etc. There are literally dozens and dozens of different places, different platforms that you can use to build an audience. Now, here's my suggestion and my recommendation. The audiences on the left-hand side are primary audiences. This is really where we're going to focus. I mean, 99% of our members who've created success in this industry, they're focused on 1 or 2 or 3 of these primary audiences, okay? The secondary audiences, I would say this will be something that you would add in secondary. If you're successful in starting to grow an audience on one of the primary platforms, then maybe you move on to one of the secondary platforms. Okay, that's a business decision that you'll have to make on your own or with the help of a coach or a mentor, okay? So I would say my suggestion to you here would be really just focus on the primary audiences of growth. Now, here's another thing. I want to simplify this. I want to narrow this down for you guys. I want to make this really easy and simple for you, okay? Because one of the challenges with online business is that there's so many options, right? There's too many choices. So let's simplify this even more. If you've learned about the 3 phases of growth, okay, this is part of the MLSP framework. If you haven't done this training, please go back into the MLSP back office in your training library and please go watch the training on the MLSP framework and the 3 phases of growth, okay? So we talk about these 3 phases of growth. The first phase of growth being social media networking and prospecting. So in this phase, what you're doing is you're networking and prospecting on social media, most likely on Facebook. Okay, that's typically where most of our members will start. Then you move into personal branding and content marketing, okay, where you start really focusing on building out your personal brand, where you start to focus on creating powerful and engaging content to attract prospects to you, to build your audience, to attract your tribe. This is really where attraction marketing, where you really start to play the game of attraction marketing. And then finally, the third phase, maybe you move now into paid advertising for rapid growth and to scale your business. As you guys know, we've got these 3 levels of workshops: level 1 workshop, level 2 workshop, level 3 workshop, where we actually focus on training you on each one of these phases of growth in a live workshop setting, right? That's why we've split up your growth and your business development into these 3 phases to help you to focus in one area and not get overwhelmed and not get too confused, okay? So what you need to decide is, which phases are you focused on right now, okay? So you're either going to be in the first 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Probably if you don't have a marketing budget, right? If you're not into paid ads right now, if you don't have a big marketing budget to invest into paid advertising, most likely you're focused on phase number 1, you're networking, you're prospecting on social media, you're growing your network of friends, you're growing your network on social media, and hopefully you're gonna get into creating engaging content as well, okay? So if you're focused in those 2 phases, don't worry about paid ads right now. Focus on those 2 phases, and you're gonna be building an audience on your Facebook profile, maybe in Facebook groups, and obviously your email list, okay? There you go. So right now, what you need to do, and if you don't have a notebook or a pen and paper right now, please go and get one, because we're actually gonna be writing notes down here. I want you to make decisions and choices. I even have a test for you at the end of this. Don't worry, don't get too intimidated. It's gonna be a really powerful test for you as well, but you will need to write some things down. So do get a notebook, do get a piece of paper and a pen. So what you wanna do right now is you wanna decide, all right, which phases am I in? If I'm focused on phase 1, social networking and prospecting, then where will I build my audience? I'm gonna build it on Facebook profile, right? My network, maybe Facebook groups, and definitely your email list, okay? Now, if you're into the 3rd phase, where you're gonna be running paid ads, if you're into paid advertising, well, obviously you're gonna be creating engaging content as well. So you're in phase 2 and phase 3. Where are you gonna build your audience? Well, you're going to be building your audience on a Facebook business page, okay? If you're running ads, you're building an audience on your Facebook business page. You should be building Facebook custom audiences. If you're running ads and you're not building custom audiences, you gotta start right now. Okay, get with a coach, get with a mentor, and start building custom audiences. You absolutely need to be doing that. And obviously you're gonna be building your email list, okay? And then secondary, as another option, maybe you're also gonna get into ManyChat, okay? But don't overcomplicate things. If you're just getting started, don't put too many things on your plate. We're gonna talk about focus a little bit later, all right? So there we go. You should now be very clear about which phase you're working in and where you are building your audience, okay? And then you just need to focus on the activities every single day, on executing on the activities every single day to grow that audience.